I should probably have an intro. Subscribe, bitch. Alright.
Be quiet. You talk entirely too much. Yap this, yap that. You know your breath hot as hell? Think it don't spit it. Have you ever thought of it? What you say doesn't even matter. You don't have to say every little thought or every little feeling. It's what you choose to say is what matters. You don't have to tell anybody your plans, goals, dreams, nothing. Now, you do have to speak to people. I mean, we live, unfortunately, in a social dependent reality. Just stop telling people your business. A simple hey, hello, that works. Trust me. If I had to choose never speaking again, I would definitely... Wait, I could technically do that, but I'm here telling you to shut your mouth.
So,
What's my problem with speaking or talking? It's the fact that it initiates a conversation. After you speak, right, you must listen because of respect. I mean, common courtesy. Do to others that you don't want done to yourself. I'm saying, like, if I talk to you, I should be willing to listen. But because you now are listening, your ears are now open to evil. Hear no evil, see no evil, hear no evil, see no evil. Now imagine trying to profoundly exclaim your lifelong aspirations and goals to me, and I just go,
you talk too much. It's annoying.
see how you feel like shit all because you opened your mouth? You just opened the door for me to shit on your dreams. Explaining your emotionally charged statements to someone who's most likely not invested in it is obviously going to hurt you.
Okay, so
What about the people who love me and care about me? I'm not saying not to accept help and advice from people who have your best interest in mind. No, why would I ever say that? What I'm really trying to tell you is to listen. Listen before you speak. If you would just listen more, you would have more answers to questions that you don't even have to ask. Listening can help you find the truth or help you experience a pseudo-intuition to people's actions and words. Sometimes even being able to predict that person's actions before they make them. It's no magic. It's the same principle as knowing somebody. Like your best friend, right? You know how he would react if Diddy tried to attack him. You're getting to know the person you're having a conversation with, so you're really focusing on the nuances in which they speak. You knowing them more effectively. You see what I'm talking about? And what also reinforces that is social norms. You can generally expect whenever you leave the house you're not going to encounter a terrorist. But every person outside also has the free will to become a terrorist. Everybody's a little bit of a terrorist, but nobody has the balls to take a bite of that apple.
So yes.
It's safe to assume that the person you're speaking to is too pussy to become a terrorist. A subconscious expectation. Your subconscious is the main topic of this video. Now, if you didn't know this already, 95% of your thoughts every day are subconscious thoughts. And your subconscious is the rawest form of thought. If I were to shit on your goals and you are listening, subconsciously you are now thinking negatively towards your goals. Subconscious thoughts that can't serve you can only hurt you. And this is all because you opened your mouth. To prevent that, listen. Only speak to people who positively influence the reality that you want. Because if both energies are true and pure, right, you being around them can only influence you to do better, duh. That is the transaction of energy. Wait a minute, that sounds kinda sociopathic. Well, you're also a little bit of a narcissist. You're a little bit lazy, a little bit dishonest, a bit arrogant, and a bit of a bitch. All things that you perceive as negative just because they haven't served you in the past. You fail to realize that you can use every part of yourself to build yourself and in turn build a reality for yourself. Here's a point. Think about a time you haven't used anybody for anything. From the people that built the home that you live in to the English that you speak, you're always technically always using somebody else's creation / energy. But of course, I understand the dark undertones placed upon the word used. It just really feels dirty. And I promise you, gang, if you try to make a language, we not speaking it. If you begin to look at some of your most earliest life experiences, you begin to realize that to get anything, you must give yourself. But since we are always being used in some way, shape, or form, how much are you willing to give? To loop this back, right? There is true power in holding your tongue. Silence is the reason Young Thug is a free man. Silence is also the reason we don't understand how he beat a RICO case. On paper, one of his homies took the fall, but everybody knows that in some way, shape, or form, he finessed the system.
But
That is exactly where that thought ends. There is enough silence to enforce that reality. Besides the random outliers, most people end up, enclosed back into their regular lives, enforcing that reality. But since we're here, allow me to explain the power behind your words. Choosing what and how to say something to someone can be life or death. No, seriously, if I had you at gunpoint, do you think you could convince me not to slime you out? People that self-destruct, hotlines, choose the right things to say and save lives all the time, right? But they can also fail to say the right things, unfortunately. But they can only save a life if they listen clearly and respond critically with the right words. On a lighter note, every word that you say with emotion should be critically thought. If you are not able to confidently express your true feelings, then it's better to stay quiet. And I don't care how timid someone might be. There's not a single person on this planet that can simply just stay still when their beliefs, their true beliefs, are being tested. If you are not able to win an argument that directly contradicts your own personal beliefs, then you will in turn doubt them. P.S. You just should have stayed quiet. More importantly, you must speak up for yourself when your conviction is tested. I'm really just saying, stay quiet, ignorant, and delusional all at the same time. Your beliefs are not something that should or could be swayed.
Okay, bye.